Patterson. I'm a general surgeon, and I served in the United States Army for about 9 years.
Matthew Pickage, 4 years in the Navy, second class petty officer.
My name is Ernest Fallon. I'm a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army National Guard, and I've served in the National Guard for about 5 years.
My name is Kenneth Schroer. I'm a second lieutenant in the United States Army.
My name is Zach Jarrett. I'm a second lieutenant in the United States Army.
Audie Schmid, second lieutenant in the United States Air Force.
Nicholas Anthony McDonald, U.S. Army.
Sorry.
For 5 years.
5 years.
Kendall Talley. I'm a first year medical student here at BCom Auburn, and I'm currently a National Guard applicant.
Okay. My name is Nicholas Ryan. I'm a first year medical student and currently a United States Navy applicant for HBSB.
Dr. David James Stephen.
Jake Williamson. I'm our Assistant Vice President of Student Services.
I'm J.J. White, Chair of Emergency Medicine.
I'm Adam Freilich. I'm the Director for Mannequin-Based Simulation and Procedural Skills.
To me, it is a specific time that I like to reflect on the contribution of countless soldiers, sailors, and Marines for the existence of our country, really. That's kind of what that's about for me.
It's uniquely important for the fact that we're honoring all those that have fallen in the line of duty.
Very significant thing. There's families out there that gave the ultimate sacrifice to a family member and are currently living without that person, and I think that it's just a time to really reflect on how lucky we are and how fortunate we are to live in this country, and that there are those that are brave enough and willing to stand for our freedom.
We have something that the rest of the world doesn't have. We honor our fallen soldiers like no one else does. All you have to do is make a trip to Arlington Cemetery or even one of the national cemeteries and see the great honor that is bestowed on those who have given their life. In fact, this past week, there was a Marine buried at Arlington Cemetery who died 40 years ago in Southeast Asia. And ever since that day that he died in that plane crash, there's been teams looking for him in Laos. Finally found him, identified him, and he was buried about 2 weeks ago at Arlington Cemetery.
Wow.
Same military honors that a soldier who had fallen in Afghanistan or Iraq. So I think we can be extremely proud to live in a country that has that type of respect for those who have given their life for our country.
It's to me, it's truly remembering and being very thankful for where we are today. Just the recent terror attacks really puts things into perspective that we had to fight a lot to get just to where we are, and it can be taken away at any moment. And so just being very thankful for those service members that we've had previously and the ones that we have currently.
Split moment that our defenders, that our fighters choose someone else over them in that definitive moment that stops their life. In that moment, we praise it, and we should. I think we should. But there are so many thousands and tens of thousands and millions of moments that we don't look at. The moment that wife gets the call or the husband gets the call and they have to tell the kids. The moment those kids are crossing the stage for high school graduation and half the family, half the parents are present. It's destructive and it's terrible and it's overlooked more often than not. Mostly because I think the greatest character that someone can show is sacrifice, whether it's time, their life, money, and to have a whole day dedicated to sacrifice it's a powerful testament to our core values just as a nation.
It's a chance to reflect on, family members of my own that have sacrificed their time and their lives for any military efforts.
He's in the Army, and every day he puts on his uniform. He's like putting his life on the line. Or any other, any military personnel, like anytime they put on that uniform, anytime they're deployed, they're putting their life on the line so we can live the lives we lead today.
When I came back from Afghanistan, we flew into BWI in Maryland. And the first people that greeted me when I came off the plane was Girl Scouts of America. They were handing me boxes of cookies. But the very next ones were the veterans of Vietnam. And so they were shaking my hand coming off the plane. And although, on Memorial Day we remember those that didn't make it home, that experience right there, to be greeted by those that were treated the most poorly at all. That meant a lot to me. And so now, on these holidays, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, I really think about that encounter there and with those Vietnam veterans and the impact they've had on me and how much I appreciate them.
Actually, this time last year I was in training for Air Force, so just being in that and then reflecting with all the other airmen that I was with.
In April 2011, one of my good friends was killed in a drone, friendly fire drone strike in Afghanistan. Staff Sergeant Marine Corps, Jeremy Smith, who was on his 4th tour, and I did 2 to Iraq, and this was the 2nd one to Afghanistan. And so ever since then, it's Memorial Day's just kind of taken on a different meaning.
I would say thank you so much. What you did was a brave thing, and it you know, honestly, you'll never be thanked enough. But
First off, I would have to say thank you. Thank you for signing your name when less than, I think it's 1% of the country decides to serve, and making that ultimate sacrifice for this country to keep everyone else safe and to defend, our freedoms and interests.
For those that I'm sorry.
Okay.
For those that I couldn't help in time, I say I'm sorry. But this is not the only day of the year I think of you. That's all I got. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
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 Very humble thank you.
Thank you.